love from us and Wiki Arts and our sponsors to our guests of honor. It seems Christmas is coming early for two people in the room.
Thank you for that question. And can I say at the outset, thank you so much for having me here today. I am usually a t-shirt and jeans guy, so I feel very, very well equipped this afternoon. And of course, as I look at the people sitting with me on stage and I look out at all of you, the first thing that comes into my head is when I'm in a t-shirt and jeans, those are clothes, and this is quite obviously art. So thank you so much. I also feel nice and cool. I think that's a really great point about First Nations culture. Australia is proudly home to one of the oldest continuous cultures on Earth at about, I think, 60,000 years. And taking pride in those cultures, in First Nations culture, is so important. It's a great part of Australia's history and Australia's future. First Nations is embedded into our foreign policy, so we as diplomats also make sure that we are out promoting Australians, First Nations people and culture. This is something that is incumbent on all people in a country, not just First Nations people. It is a part of the social fabric. It's woven into our history and into our future. And here you can see that, that history and pride physically woven together. So I think it's an incredible celebration. I do agree with Andrew on the need to, as always with any product, to be careful with supply chains and making sure everybody's getting getting the appropriate reward for their labour. As to government policy settings, I can't speak for the government of India on that. I do know that there are things that we're working with India to build the strength of the textiles industry here. Largely from Australia, that means exports of Australian high-quality, extra-long staple cotton and also of our greasy wool, which are then turned into fantastic products in India, some of which are exported back to Australia. As a result of our free trade agreement, that happens on both sides duty-free, which means it's a big mutually beneficial win, and that's what we're all about. I recall at the time that deal was struck, Piyush Goyal, as Minister for Textiles in 2022, said that he thought the creation of this deal could lead to tens of thousands of new jobs in the textile sector, which I think is terrific. So thank you very much again for having me.
Thank you. I have a question for you, Smita. For the longest time that I have known you, I've known that you've been writing on fashion. Do you have a particular personal... And I would also like to hear from you how you think we could encourage our forthcoming generation to love handloom the way we do.
And particularly on handlooms, because as a fashion journalist, the cause of handlooms has been very close to my heart. I mean, I've always been drawn to, designers who work with handlooms. Yeah, about a memory, of course, one memory I can recall is my visit to, I visited various handloom belts in India. One visit to Fulia was very memorable for me. Still you can see a lot of handloom work going on, but the threat of power loom is immense. We do not have an idea sitting here and talking about handlooms that it's a very, very small microcosm of the population of consumers who even care about what handloom is or who even know the difference between handloom and power loom. The power loom is so rampant, and it's such a huge threat that the first message or the first thing that needs to be told to the next generation is the awareness. It's to make people aware about what handloom is, how to differentiate it from power loom. And obviously the point that Sujita made was very relevant, is like the handloom is expensive. In a country like India, handloom is a luxury. Handloom as it is now, it is a luxury. So first and foremost, a lot of work needs to be done in those areas to make handloom accessible to people. I'm not even talking about the masses, even the middle class, or it's difficult for most part of Indian population to afford handlooms. So that is where a lot of work needs to be done. First, awareness, and then making it accessible to them. Until and unless that is done, then handloom will only reach a very small part of the elite population of India. So yeah, that is the point I would like to make about handlooms. And but it is really heartening to see that a lot of designers today, a lot more designers care about handlooms, and they really are doing great work with handlooms all over India in all kinds of handlooms. That is a very, it is very heartening to see that. Thank you.
Thank you, Smita. I would like to hear from Amita now. Amita, firstly, I would like to thank you for coming on board as the venue partner for this event. And as the whole day around, I see you in a perfect Tangail, and I feel very proud. Can you please tell us that how did you take to wearing handlooms? Because I've not seen you wear any, unbreathable fabric in the time that I have known you for a year or so. What is your cause of the love for handlooms? How did you take to it?
Firstly, thank you so much, Paramita, for inviting me for this wonderful occasion. I'm really privileged. And a lovely evening to all the lovely ladies who are sitting here with a beautiful attire. You all are looking awesome today. And yes, the gentlemen too. So, firstly, I would not say it's a handloom. It's a desi loom, which we don't refer, we don't talk. And as Smita rightly said, that handloom is not cheap. It's a very high maintenance, and a lot of people cannot even afford it. And before entering into this hall, I was wearing something linen, and I had got a small stain in that, and I was really worried. Oh my God, how this stain is going off. And I was about to ask Paramita, can you just allow me to walk in this linen? Because I really wanted to walk in this linen. I'm very fond of saris. I love saris. It's not about dressing up, draping up, and having a fashion, but this is actually a soul to my heart, a soul to my body. We come from such community and the society where we are born, where we see our mothers, sister, aunt, everyone, they wear sari. And this comes with our culture. And I'm very, very proud to wear the sari, and especially the desi sari and the desi looms, which is being crafted by the people whom we are not able to reach out and who doesn't know who all are wearing their saris. So Smita rightly said about it that yes, the awareness is very much required. There's a big gap in our marketing, which I think we have to look forward to that. And we have got a lot of fashion designers sitting here. I can see the Lily and everyone, I'm sure they are going to give a big edge to this. And a lot of bloggers, influencers, the fashion designers who can give a mileage to the handlooms. And awareness is very important. And this is a wonderful opportunity where we can talk about it and where we can understand that what we are exactly wearing it. It's not only simply about counting the saris in the wardrobe, but what saris we are having and what we are wearing it and what is the value. So basically, that's what my love for the desi loom and the sari is. And I really love wearing saris. So whatever the occasion, I think people have seen me. They don't see me in Western. And when they see me in Western, they say, oh, what are you wearing today? I said, yeah, all the occasions are meant for the sari. And that's the reason I drape up in the sari. So sari is just a soul to my heart. Thank you. Thank
Wow. He's wearing a South cotton with Hakoba work, ladies and gentlemen. South cotton saris are popular for everyday wear. He's wearing a kurta for special occasions valued for their comfort, durability and aesthetic appeal. A round of applause for our guest of honor, Andrew Fleming. Has served as Australia's Economic Counselor in New Delhi. He has also been posted to Islamabad in Pakistan. He's wearing a South cotton attire, a kurta, a traditional garment from South India, known for its lithe and breathable fabric and vibrant colors. Made from high-quality cotton, these are ideal for the hot and humid climates of the region. They often feature intricate and hand-woven patterns or chalar at the outer edge, which is a characteristic of these saris. Banarsi silk is with fine silk and opulent embroidery. Amita Mishra, a loud round of applause for her, ladies and gentlemen, sporting her favorite attire, the sari. Gurukul education with a focus on holistic development, extracurricular activities and sports. Seema Sapru is wearing a Tangail sari from Meera Basu, woven in Navadvip by a 27-year-old skilled lady. Warp is a single ply medium twist tassar yarn and is weaved with tassar yarn made in Kuch Bihar. Traditionally, Bengali big border or hathi pad, elephant size border, Tangail sari is a traditional hand woven sari of Bangladesh. It originally generally has a slightly rough hand crisp texture but has a soft feel to it. Generally speaking, a tissue sari often has a translucent appeal and is remarkably lightweight in the making. It's an apt pick to slay through events that last all day long. A round of applause for Shatabdi Bhattacharya in a tissue silk sari. Shatabdi, can we hear something from you, please? On the embroidery craft in Bangladesh and eastern regions of India, particularly in the Indian states of West Bengal, Tripura and Odisha. Katha stitching is also used to make simple quilts, commonly known as Nokshi Katha. In Odisha, old saris are stacked on each other and are hand-stitched to make thin pieces of cushion too. Katha is absolutely intricate and beautiful, and Shabina is wearing a katha today. A very, very big round of applause for Shabina in a beautiful katha sari. Can we have Shabina say a few words on the cause of Dharohar and for handloom? Police Department, and is known for her tough stance on crime. From maintaining law and order in the city to handling important cases, she is a go-getter. Shanti Das is wearing a gamcha, a traditional 2-meter multi-course colored coarse cotton towel with stripes and checks. It is interesting to see women weaving the gamchas in Tantipur village, as till recently weaving in this region was mostly done by men. Gamcha also forms one of the most interesting steps into fashion these days, where gamcha is worn in a different way and many different kinds of attires are made out of the traditional gamcha. Shanti Das. Shanti, can we hear a few words from you?